I'm going to show everyone how to become more valuable as an individual. All right, so I have a boring slideshow here, right? Now there's really 3 areas where you need to focus on as an individual to become more valuable, okay? So the 3 are skill, character traits, and your belief. A lot of individuals, why they don't make more is a lack of skill, a lack of character traits, and a lack of belief. Okay, so character traits. Can somebody give me some character traits, please?
Integrity.
Being punctual.
Ethics.
Integrity.
Discipline's a good one, right?
Accountability.
Yes.
Accountable.
Yeah.
Honest,
Accountable.
right? So
Trustworthy.
100%.
Authenticity.
So we're all aware of these character traits, right? And that's what it is. Character traits aren't necessarily learned, they're applied, right? We know what it means to be honest. We know what it means to be disciplined, but we make a conscious decision to either be or not be those character traits.
Amen.
Obviously, your belief is your ability to believe in yourself. What do you believe you can accomplish? Now, today, what we are going to talk about is one specific one. So out of these 3, what do these comments display in an individual? It's one specific. So the leads are bad. I can't get anyone on the phone. No one's spending money right now. No one wants to drill. Supervisor perspective, right?
Attitude.
Students aren't responding, or the leads aren't responding.
Excuse me.
Skill, character trait, or belief?
Belief. It's a negative mindset.
Yep.
Bad
Hey.
intentions.
Good. I agree. It has some area to do with belief, but really the core of it is it's a lack of skill, right? This is not a problem. This is a lack of skill. Someone, I can hear my echo. You lack the skills of setting, closing, communicating, self-correcting, following process, following policy, right? The sale and following the sales process, the skill of being at cause of your environment, right? Because no matter where you go in sales, or if you go into a position where you're a career advisor, those are normal things that you run into, right? Casey Cox, #1 closer last year, has heard these things before, and he has a high belief, and he's still #1, but he was able to handle these objections that we call, right? So it's a lack of skill. So the question is not whether or not you can close, it is how good are you at closing? And this can be replaced with anything. The question is not whether or not if you can run, or it is how good are you at running? How fast are you at running? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So skills come from repetition and feedback. Volume, outflow equals inflow, right? So you want to do the hard work so much that it becomes easy. That's when you know you're on the brink of tapping into the next level. You have a problem, or someone gives you an objection on the phone, or someone gives you an objection. Hey, I'm not going to do drilling today, right? When you instantly have the handle for that, that's your skill improving to be able to handle that situation, right? So you want to do it so much that it becomes easy, and sometimes what happens is it becomes boring as well, right? That's just part of it, So imagine as a closer seat, right? Or even an appointment setter, we'll focus on closer. A closer, there's 6, 7 demonstrations on their calendar. And Monday through Friday, they are doing the same demo for each person. Do that for 5 years, it could get boring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys disagree?
Nope.
Agree.
Not
The
at all.
same thing over and over. Eventually it gets boring, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yep.
that's what's supposed to happen when you get really, really good at something, right? So with that, the solutions must become obvious when you do it at a high frequency, the number of times that you do something, right? So here's obviously I've been in sales, I've been in the closing seat, right? Here are some of my numbers that I did, and this is not contract value, this is actual collected commissionable revenue. So 1 week, 98,000. Another week, 103,000. Another week, 118,000. Another week, 90,000. Processed. I mean, the whole payment went through. Wire, processed. The whole payment went through. This is a result of me giving Sheila the same pitch that Rhonda got. Patricia got the same pitch. Susan got the same pitch. Suriani got the same pitch. Ashford got the same pitch. Donna got the same pitch. Sue got the same pitch. Norma got the same pitch. Amy got the same pitch. You understand the point here,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Consistent repetition got me to do damn near $500,000 in a month, right? And you guys are lucky. I was on a 4% commission closing these deals. Still a lot of money though, right? 20 G's in a month.
Yeah. Nice.
If I was on 10, damn, might not be here right now. So skills, traits, and beliefs, they all compound, right? This is how, when my journey began, these are the skills that I, as an individual, had the ability to deliver. When I was in high school, I learned Adobe Illustrator. Does anyone know what Adobe Illustrator is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's how you make logos, right? It's how companies make logos. Then I learned Photoshop. I didn't take a course. I didn't go to college for it. I was in high school, right? So YouTube was my professor, and I spent thousands of hours, and I had the ability to make graphics and edit photos at a really high level. And then I added web design to my tool belt. Obviously, right now, I don't do these right now, right? Not that these are skills that aren't good to have, right? But for me, I just wanted to add more skills to my tool belt as I went through my career and my journey, right? So
Yep.
after I then went to a higher level of skills, I learned and did the Chris Berry side, but for strictly like delivering websites. Mike sold a website. It was my job back in 2016 to make sure that we built it on time and professionally, right? We sold a logo. It was my job to make sure my team designed the logo and the client was happy. We did search engine optimization, SEO, to get someone on Google, right? You Google chiropractor. SEO is the skill to get a company's name on the first page of Google, right? So I had to make sure my team delivered that. In order for my team to deliver, I had to be able to do my juniors' positions. So guess what? When I went to only having these skills and then I added these skills, I made more because I became more valuable, right? And then here's the next step in the journey. I would learn sales. I learned how to do appointment setting, and I learned how to close. I mean, we didn't call it closing back then. It was just, you are a sales representative, meaning you can do appointment setting and you get the person to show up to your phone call. We didn't do Zoom, right? And you get the close done and handled. So guess what? I have the ability to now sell. I have the ability to manage a team, and I have the ability to do graphics and design. So you can probably guess what's next. I have the skill to manage a team now. And now I just added sales. What do you think is next?
Manage sales team.
Manage a sales team. I was a sales manager / director. I again went up and made more money because I added more skills and became more valuable again. And here's the next step. I now know how to do design, I know how to do sales, and I know how to do team management. Then I learned how to do marketing, Facebook advertising, Instagram ads. We did Snapchat ads back in the day, right? Right now, I'm getting an understanding and idea of TikTok ads, right? So now I know how to do marketing, I know how to do fulfillment, I know how to do sales, I know how to train individuals, and I know how to get them to be at least 80% of what I was. So guess what was next? I now can build, manage, and run an entire company because I know every single branch that's involved with it. And I myself have done that role. That doesn't mean, look, Casey needs to go and learn how to do marketing, right? This was my journey. This was what I felt was my purpose. And I didn't have anyone to lean on that was my senior that did all these things because myself, my brother, and Mike, we all did this exact same layout together simultaneously. I couldn't lean on Mike for marketing because he didn't run Facebook ads in 2016, right? I couldn't lean on my brother for teaching me graphic design because he didn't do graphic design, right? But my brother and Mike, guess what they did? They knew sales, right? Michael Jordan, the person who runs our ads today, he knew Facebook ads. Guess who taught me how to do marketing? Michael Jordan. I've seen Michael spend over $1 million in 1 month for clients. He knows how to do Facebook ads, right? And he does our ads. So I surrounded myself with people that had these skills and I learned how to do them, thus becoming more valuable. So a journey for present time might look like this for someone. An appointment setter, right? An appointment setting. It's a phenomenal skill. And quite frankly, it could be very high paying, right? Look at Carol, look at Flinders. Then once you have appointment setting, closer, you now know how to close. And guess what? You know how to do appointment setting at a high level as well. Now that you do both of these, what would be next is learning how to manage a team to also be good at closing or appointment setting, right? Then you can go to a sales director, right? If you think about it, the closers are somewhat their own sales manager, right? Then you go and you're managing multiple sales teams, right? You're directing team Canada, you're directing team South, so on and so forth. Then you're the VP of sales. Think of that as a perspective of here's Mike Barron's Closer Academy, all 7 branches of his partnerships or 15, whatever the number is, right? You have the ability to speak and train them. And then we build a real estate team and you have the ability to train the real estate team. Guess what? We start a solar company, whatever it is, right? Now you could train solar sales reps because you have an extremely high level of skill for setting, closing, managing, duplicating, and increasing profit margins, right? Now you get to the point to where, all right, look, I have $500,000 liquid cash in the bank account. Hey, Mike, here's 200 grand. Go invest it in some real estate for me. There's levels to it. And quite frankly, some of you have to add more skills to your tool belt or else you will stay where you are. It's the fact, right? So you have to confront what skills do I now acquire and what skills am I now lacking? What character traits do I now have strengths in? What character traits do I have weaknesses in? And do I actually believe? Do I believe I could get on the phone and do appointment setting and set for Casey? And do I believe that Casey can put $10,000 in my pocket? Because if you don't believe it, it's not going to work, right? Every single person on this call right now, there could be 93 people believing in you, and you're the 94th that doesn't believe in yourself. It's game over. You're done right there because you don't believe in yourself, And it could be vice versa. There's 93 people that say you suck, that say you aren't good, that say you aren't the best, that say you aren't able to make it. But if you believe in yourself, guess what? You can still make it.
That's right.
Amen.
Right?
That's
So
right.
for your skills, you have to identify what skills are necessary for me to get good at what I am doing now to the highest level of ability. So an appointment setter, I would focus on being the damn best appointment setter until that shit's so easy, you could do it like clockwork. You could pick up the phone and talk to any single person and get them to show up on a demonstration with a closer, right? So you have to figure out what skills are important for that role. You're an appointment setter. You don't need to learn how to do astrophysics. You shouldn't be studying astrophysics at night. You shouldn't be studying day trading at night. You shouldn't be studying whatever, engineering at night, unless that's what you want to do. If so, I mean, obviously you need to have all of your intentions in one place, because if you do multiple skills that aren't relevant to where you're trying to improve in present time, it's like you trying to make the Lakers and trying to be on the Raiders and play for both in the same year. Not going to happen. Right?
That's right.
Not going to happen.
That's right.
If you want the NBA, get in the court. You want the NFL, go on the field. Right? So if you're an appointment setter, master appointment setting until that shit's so easy, you could do it like clockwork until it becomes boring because you're so damn good at it. Right?
Right.
Closing. Get so good at closing that you're just a beast. You can literally close anyone. Then you move higher and higher and add more skills and more skills. That's how you make more. So that could go, obviously it's in perspective of sales, but that could go for anything. You're a phone sales driller, identify what's next in the ladder for that, right? You're a closer driller, identify what's next in the ladder for that. You're a director of a division, identify what's next in the ladder for that, because there always is a next, 100%. So hopefully you guys got something from that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good job, Debbie.